day and salutations, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Togetherwerole.
Yay! You only dropped one preposition.
Yay! We got a bunch of people to thank, so check the link below. I'm going to pass off the cannons.
JD Arts, RPG Elements, Corinne Milne, among others. Please look below. Also, you can find us on Patreon. If you like what we do and you love it as much as we do, by all means, you can support us there. Until then...
If you don't, we're Vox Machina. No, I'm kidding. I'm Matt Mercer. This is...
Hit the button. There's no coming back from that one.
Okay, we'll see you
I'm
later.
bailing. I'm bailing.
I cannot help but notice the world is not the same as when we all got started, and we know who's to blame. No turning back now to try to be insane. For what's beyond the veil, too vivid to explain. Faceless behemoths haunt my dreams, seeking to steal my sanity. I will not stand, I won't back away, as long as you're with me. Together we roll, together we roll. I'll fight for you, will you fight for me? Together we roll, I'll protect you, just as long as you stand with me. Together we roll.
Hello. How you doing? Every time. So, last time we left our trapper adventurers, the Silver Menagerie is in the Fey Wild after a swift ruling with the Court of Popular Opinion, which is a very real thing and a very powerful thing in the Fey courts. The Court of Delights, which is actually what you are part of, Quinn, finished the ruling after a quick monkey fight.
That was not quick.
It was shit flinging everywhere.
But as the monkey fight was progressing, as you figure out the mirrors and all that logistics, you had another fight or quite literal murder in the stands.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was assisted suicide. He clearly wanted to die.
In the courts of Fey, in the Sealy courts, it is just a mere coincidence that things are happening. Well, not coincidence. It is just an excuse to have a conversation with your fellow rivals, or make new friends, make new allies, make new enemies, frenemies, fuck buddies. You never know. Well, you know, like there's a death sport going on, and honestly,
sometimes in a certain sequence.
Yeah, you're currently talk of the town, Fey.
Town.
Yeah, town is in Fey because two deaths happened. Bunch of shenanigans, Collins, bunch of thinging. At the end of the day, the blood hunt was called off. Wow! Honestly,
there's an announcer going, unbelievable!
It really is. It's like, unbelievable, folks! But there are rumors going all
famous Lothario, Quinn,
all right. So, remind myself.
English Lothario Quinn.
Famous Lothario.
So, at the end of the day, the Court of Popular Opinion and the Twin Dryads have, with impressive results from Quinn, the newly titled, or what is your newly titled individual? The Relentless Lord Warden, that has currently been placed upon you by the Court of Popular Opinion. You are no longer going to be associated with the Blood Hunt, with the how do you say your famous? Lassiter. So I was completely wrong. Lassiter family.
I remember when that was a Star Wars character.
Yes. And even better yet, they put it on complete hold so that you are able to confront your brother. So that's a whole thing. So right now, we are currently at the point where everyone's gathering, everyone's finishing up their drinks, finishing up their conversations, as the lingering rumors and just like, this was fun, but also a little short, as everyone's kind of like, damn, man, I hope there was going to be a second arc and a third arc, but it just ended. damn it!
Vedic walks
I have
up.
to make plan-
Vedic walks up holding 3 gigantic jeweled red glowing eggs. Guys, look what I found!
And there's all sorts of talks here and there, hearsays, gossip going all over the place. And you can feel, specifically for 3 of the powerhouses on Taurus's Parks, you were too quiet. Ek, you had your whole thing with the monkey thing, so that's still going on. But you can feel the magic of the Fey, the courts, whispering around the ears as you hear the rumors coming in, and you get a couple of... Well, first of all, Miguel have ever ice for you. Updated.
Updated version?
Oh, I have a manservant now, apparently?
Yes, you do. I'll get that instrument of the bards.
What?
Oh, they
Yeah, the hurdy-gurdy, yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah.
That's how
And
you
this is what you get for Quinn. You may read if you so desire. Vedek,
Oh no.
and then Todd for certain
Oh, Jesus,
actions.
that's long. Why
my God,
is
that's
it so long?
Because the Tekken has a character sheet on it.
You misspelled my name.
Oh, it has a character sheet. That's the
Repeatedly.
old version. It's an instrument. It has
It's 4 letters. How did you misspell it?
I was rushed, okay? I literally wrote that. It's 15 minutes before this
He
game.
misspelled Todd.
Did he add an H or something?
T-O-D.
What?
That's not how you spell Todd.
I've laid down on the fake parts, all right? Not
This
me.
is the most offended I have ever been by you, Nick.
That's saying something, actually.
It's how it's spelled on your character sheet.
That is not how it's spelled in my character.
I'm gonna have to. Okay, I probably fat fingered something. Anyway, so while they're doing all that,
See? Look. Right there.
I missed the
I knew there was an upside.
Mother.
So you guys get your own things on what you've been doing and how people.
Nicholas never told
make-
me I'd suffer these things.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she did. You know, it's,
No, she said I'd be dealing with idiots. She did not say that I would be dealing with this kind of insensitivity to my person.
It's a good thing no one's called her Eric.
If a bunny could be pissed, it could be a pissed off bunny.
The bunny is pissed. The bunny's just not able to sling anything at God right now. She's gonna work on it.
you can, but the god will just laugh. All right, right. So as everyone is dispersing and gathering their senses and doing their thing into the courts of Fey, is there anything you guys would like to do in terms of the wrapping up before everyone disperses?
It would be nice to try and find that object that you threw at me, Sparks, that I apparently missed.
Reginald.
And it's in the
The
pile somewhere over
grenade?
there.
My frag grenade?
Can I go back and find that thing that?
All the Fey portals, scrying, and everything are closed. There is no line of sight back to the spires of treasure.
Well,
Bye.
I have another one. It's okay.
Good news is a monkey's gonna die at a random interval because they pick up a grenade.
So not a total loss.
Nope.
That's
That's not how I would do that.
And I'll take my immovable right back.
I'm just saying, were I the monkeys, I would be the monkey found the grave. Go, summon me next! Summon me next! You're gonna pull out a monkey, and the monkey's gonna go.
And just hand it to you.
Here, hold this.
Well, the DM's making notes.
I'm now real nervous about everything. You get back into that bag.
You should have already been nervous.
Now you're nervous.
Can I
Reach into that bag and pull out a live grenade.
Can I have my bag back?
No.
All right. Well, if I reach into your codpiece by accident, it's your fault.
You're still pulling out fuzzy balls. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't remember them making this much noise coming out of the bag.
Wow, there's a snake in here.
Pulling them out of the bag is concerning.
Think about the first
You
time
need to
they
go to
pull
a
hard.
doctor.
He doesn't want to come out. Let me pull harder.
The taint, the grundle, the fleshy fun bridge. Alright.
Move on from this.
Please. I'm sorry I instigated.
Good.
Are you sorry for something?
It's so rarely that you get to see the consequences of your actions.
Sparks. Flint.
I have a manservant now, apparently.
Name Flint. Yes.
You had concerns. I'm not dealing with him.
No, there's a wonderful
What
opportunity
does
for a pun
Flint
here.
look like?
Oh, I described him last time, but yeah, Flint.
He's sticky.
If you strike Flint, you get sparks.
Yes, you do. And I named him before realizing what that was.
My God. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I know.
Nobody? That was
We
how
don't
it works.
expect that kind of wit from Nick. You're the only one who would look for it.
Yeah, I named him before realizing what I've done. But anyway, so Flint is it's a warforged that has moss-covered plating that is about 5.5 foot stature of a central ball, no neck with the head at the center of it. That still is able to rotate, but it doesn't really have a neck comparatively to the rest of it. And then it has like rounded shoulders. It goes to a stick, and then bulbous like oval arms. And then when you get to the hips, it is literally just a T-bar, sticks, and then oval like shins.
I know it's not quite
So-
what you've described, but anybody ever see that horror movie, The Wizard of Oz 2?
No.
Okay, so there's
The one where Dorothy's literally electrocuted.
but they've got there's the Tin Man of that movie is this TikTok thing. It's a great big
He's like a
barrel
clockwork something.
Yeah, but that's what you just sort of reminded me of.
Okay. Well, I never sell it, so you know.
When he was talking to the heads, I was seeing Suntarans from Doctor Who, so...
Yeah, he's always holding part of his arm that is extended out, that is connected to from one side of his left arm, one side of his right arm, but it disconnects to make a strange-looking halberd that looks to be leafy and made out of bark.
I get where you're coming from with that. I think I picture that, but if somebody like sucked all the air out of them, so
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah.
It's an old retro-style warforged that has a collar around its neck that is around your wrist.
It's got a cassette player.
Hey, I had that Autobot.
I've got a CD player. He has a cassette player.
Cassette player and neon stripes, neon light.
Kind of reminds me of that Lucky Charms place that I found or that I heard of that was these beings. They're like balls and triangles and stars and moons.
He's like me, but he's a polar master.
What are those things they're called? They're
Leprechauns.
Asmordians or whatever or something. I don't know.
Lepra pros?
Whatever. I haven't heard.
Lepers.
Nope,
Nope,
that's different.
That's very different.
What are those funny people in the with the bells?
He's a bad master.
All right.
At this point,
Well,
the monkeys have picked up the remains of losing their bets, losing everything that they placed onto the bets on a different person because they weren't going to bet with you. And it's currently wheelbarrowing the injured monkey that is going, just like crying and crying.
I wander over to where they're wheeling the monkey away, and I hand him a good berry.
Pick up general persuasion.
With my
really want them to
Which are
Wile E. Coyote and let him.
disadvantages right now.
Okay. Well, I got a 9 and an 8, so that's a 30.
Yeah. So they kind of lucky you, just like, and they notice that there's a bag on your hip, and they notice that it's the bag of egg, and they're like,
Let's go.
Bless you, sir.
and then like both of them, several people grab your arms and like thankful, like, yes, yes. And there's the monkey, it's just like, yes. And he kind of stands up and starts walking, not grabbing the good berry, just afraid. As he's just walking off with multiple crackings on his cast.
He rips off the cervical collar.
Doesn't like meat, but he'll click.
He seems very moved that it's just the bag's away from Eck.
I want to so badly try and reach in there and pull out a monkey right now.
The sack,
go.
the sack of Eck. The Eck sack, if you will.
Like, when you reach into the bag, and like this giant disembodied hand appears, grabs the monkey, just sucks it through a hole in his face.
You can guess all you want until you pull from the bag.
No.
Okay.
He's not allowed to pull from that bag.
I'm not.
They're perfect.
I mean, you can try and sleight of hand it, but you gotta beat my perception.
Look over there.
Oh, you want to try and beat my insight?
That's not much
Severe
better.
disadvantage because you advertised what you were trying to do.
I desperately want just to see if my passive perception picks up on this.
Double nat 20.
All right, disadvantage.
Yeah.
So this is what, sleight of hand? No.
This would be deception check because you're trying to make him look away.
All right, well, it would be no 10.
10, yeah. It is as cheesy as you just made it to be.
It's like, he's like, look over there, and I'm like,
I'm still doing sleight of hand, yes.
That's not sleight of hand if you already can.
Sleight of hand.
Where's the bag? The bag's here somewhere.
Oh god.
That would be an 11 because I rolled a 4.
Okay, so for the first time, for the very first time, I have had to contemplate X hands. Now, you know, you'd think, being humanoid, he's got the 5. Exactly! I'm suddenly picturing the Ninja Turtles!
Yeah.
The tridactyl.
But somehow, throughout the whole movie, they never have trouble, like, grabbing things.
they had 4, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they had 4.
They have 4.
They like this.
They have 4?
They have 4.
4, okay. See? Now we know what X hands look like.
So 2 in the middle or 2 in the end?
Well, do it
Well,
however you want. But
I think you have to not, like...
I
This
can
is
do my right, I
probably
can do
going
my
to be
left.
the
Yeah,
easier
this would be
one.
the easiest one if you actually want to mime it, because
Yeah.
the tendon,
I
the way
would-
it's
I
set.
would
Yeah, I
say
can't do
link
this.
those-
I can't do my left hand though.
Link
That's weird.
those two.
Trust me.
And I know
You can
I know
bend
the
these
folks
two.
at home are doing it now too.
If you can do it, send us a video. Alright. So, anyway, I offered the good berry. I convinced the monkeys that I bear them no ill will, and they
swat
Yeah, they're
his
currently
hand
just
away.
so... Like, everyone is incredibly moved that you have the bag. You have the bag. You have the... And they're like all just going up and down, screaming, yelling like monkeys. Aaron Peanut Pod, there's like one of the random like sheep folk that quite lets you go, wait, and they get crabbed and they're like being torn apart as they're celebrating. As you just see just confetti go all over the place. These guys are asshole monkeys. And literally, like, as the end of your
I don't feel
conversation,
bad about them getting summoned and dying. I feel bad about him
torture.
torturing them.
Yeah, no,
I'm
they
not
don't.
torturing them. I was just sending them back here.
No, nope.
And I will tell you right off the bat, the guy really is injured. It's his mental projection of his mental state on his physical form.
Yeah.
That's why he's injured. That's the only reason why he's injured. Anyway.
So, while that's
You gonna trade for it?
going on,
Yes.
I'm going to be, like, kneeling down, trying to be eye level with a bunch of cricket samurais, and trying very hard to convince them not to come with.
I'll give you
But
that
they're,
stuff.
like, bowing in fealty, and I'm like, I'm good. Thank you.
You see a couple like samurais are putting on mud across their faces so that they can blend into the terrain around them.
And I'm like, Princess, I've still got the dragon with me.
Fennec like walks by, excuse me, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, was that your house?
You see like 50 swords draw, and they start charging towards you.
And I'm like, see, he's an asshole. Whack him in the face.
Oh, God.
You're not getting any more lemon squares.
No, I like the lemon squares. Come back.
No one understands you and I.
So, Nick,
Yes.
I'm keeping the
You
bag.
realize that Eck is on your side. Eck is
I'm
on your
giving him a
side.
spell rot tattoo. I'm going to tattoo a spell on him so he can cast
Okay.
a spell. He's going to pick out what spell he wants. But since he's a turtle, it's
Fine,
really
familiar.
just a stamp.
It's kind of like graffiti on his shit.
No, but it's one of those like one of the red the Asian.
Yeah, it's a kanji.
Yeah. Now it will take some considerable amount of time, and if you want to do it right here, right now, you'll just have to shut up
Takes an
shop.
hour.
Yeah. So if you want to take an hour, just do it.
This is so much cooler.
sure.
than mine.
Zendarius is currently wrapping up with the people that he's trying to keep, in his own way, political ties to,
Yeah.
and trying to make sure that everything is,
Yeah, I do want to talk to him before he heads out, but if I have time, I'll do it now. Otherwise, I'll do it after I talk to Zendarius.
Yeah.
Before we move on.
He's currently washed up with the political
Alright,
bullshit.
I'll let
of
him deal
Fey.
with that. I'm going to tattoo you. Do you want to pick a spell?
Okay.
Yeah, it's any first level spell from any class, right?
That I can cast.
Or that I could cast.
Or that he can cast. If it's one we have access to.
So, what class am I looking for then? Bard and what?
Bard, Ranger, or Wizard spells.
And now, what are you going to be using in terms of crafting the components? Do you have like magical?
No, this is the.
I'm sure
I
there's
do
a
have
cricket somewhere in here I
tattoo
can use.
Like I have tattooing. So
But the
thing I'm
magical
fishing.
nature of the tattoo ink that you're looking for usually requires gem dust.
Okay. Hey, pet it. Chew on that for me.
There you go.
Don't swallow this time.
It's hard not to swallow.
Like a jawbreaker for a dragon.
So there's my gem dust.
There you go. Yeah. I didn't say you wouldn't have it, but it's just like just be aware.
Yeah.
Show on it.
Like every time, like, what are you guys buying? I'm like, I literally write down like, I have 500 gold pieces worth of components, and I'm like, and I've said it multiple times. We'll figure out what they are when I need them.
Oh yeah. And I'm not going to go into nature. You need this. You need that. You
Yeah.
need special equipment.
Like,
It's like no.
I pulled that out of my
You're
pool
powerful
of
enough,
stuff.
and you can literally like buy things here that you normally would never be able to buy.
It's the Fey. It's like the black market.
Speaking of
I
things
currently
that
have-
nobody would be interested in buying, are we near any sort of shopkeeping?
Make a perception/insight check. Your choice.
Seems like something you could send your new cricket minions out to go do.
You leave my crickets out of this.
You better not.
Your
leave
crickets are
it
going to be lunch. I
My
don't know about.
crickets are gonna fucking
Vedic
eat
doesn't
you.
know about the crickets yet.
21.
Can I take Todd to the Grand Bazaar?
The Grand Bazaar. Remind me of that.
Have you read like Expedition to Wild?
No, I have not.
It's like the market.
I have not.
Explorer's Guide.
So
Yeah,
I know.
It's like a day
I
night market.
so okay, so that's what it's from. That's where I've heard it from, but I don't know anything from it.
I currently have 2,500 gold pieces of material components written down.
Perfectly
I
fine.
don't know how much gold.
For level 1, going to do a
50? 100?
going to roll Arcana, and I'll get to you in just a moment.
Sorry.
No worries.
Arcana was terrible. Is 15.
15. It would cost 200 gold pieces.
Okay.
You're not that proficient in it. It's
Not
your
a
first
problem.
time doing it.
Plus, he probably chewed up a little extra gem before he
Probably. You know?
Yeah, you'll need to let that dry.
Oh, Jim was like slurry. You're like, ah.
Okay, so now
Brown gems.
really, I just licked the paper.
Oh god, do you have a sandpaper tongue? Is that what we just learned?
Learning all kinds of things about anatomy at this point.
You know, yeah. Depending on which dragon lore you're going to and in which book, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's more acidic. Anyway,
sorry, looking back at
So-
some interesting notes. Giant bioluminescent mushroom. I don't know why I still have that, but I do.
funny enough, speaking about bioluminescent mushrooms, you kind of look around and you do like 3 passes of like 1, 2, and then a place that you've already looked at and it was definitely not there. It's kind of there already, of just like a wall full of mushrooms the size of a building that has multiple openings of like a door upon a door upon a door that are different sizes that says wonder incorporeal shit.
Do the mushrooms appear to be the kind of mushrooms that eat squirrels?
It doesn't have a giant eyeball and mouth.
That's
Okay.
not a no.
It looks like a shot mushroom. It looks like someone took a giant mushroom, hollowed it out, and built a house in it.
But it doesn't look like a mushroom pretending to be a shop.
Inside check.
It's a
I've
mu-
been here before. 14.
14, you don't think so, but then again, you
Sure, that's
never
a
know.
No. Mimics pretend to be other things.
I get to cast this.
Just once.
Okay, I'm gonna risk it, and I'm gonna go up and whatever the appropriate scale door is for me, I'm going to attempt to open.
Okay, it opens no problem.
Pull out
I'm going
the
to
drink,
flip to it real quick.
I have a spell.
Must be a really efficient way to make both doors. Just cut a door out of the door
This
out of the
was
door.
in the past, and I made it a while ago.
I feel like it'd be kind of cool if, like, you touched the appropriate knob or something and you heard things ka-chunk, so that way that was, it was only opening the door that you wanted, but it instigated based on
Ah, here we
magical
go.
recognition of what door you were trying to open.
So,
It'd be
That
kind of
sounds like
fun.
gnomish.
with your passive perception, you know this right away. As you touch it, it's actually spongier than you thought, and it has. Yeah, it's
That's a
spon-
me issue, not a Todd issue.
Yeah,
Continue.
it's weird, and as you click, it's almost like fine woven of like interwoven silks undoing itself. So, and when you open it up, you notice that it's actually a lot of this stuff is interconnected instead of with gears and whatever would make a lock with like metal bits. It's actually made with fine woven silks. And specifically spider silks. As you look inside, there's spider woven tapestries and curtains and what looks to be fine suits and attires made out of entirely spider silk. Now, when I say there's spider webs everywhere, it's more of like, yes, it's everywhere, but it's made in a fine dining wear, white glove society of just draping everything in a gorgeous, almost spider web dew morning.
It's more like curtains and doilies rather than cobwebs.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank you for that. And you notice that these circles that have been hanging up in a, at first, chaotic, but stylish, chaotic attire that's in multiple different altitudes in terms of height are woven baskets in the same spider silk with balls of light that are actually trapped fairies inside that are currently just lighting up the area and giving a small little glitter of dust that follow underneath it. And you look around, and it takes you a few moments as you look up, knowing spiders, and you see and I hate spiders. Don't make me say the name of spiders. This is more painful for me. So sorry about this.
You made the shop.
I did
have
because
no
I'm trying to
sympathy for
confront
you,
my
whatever.
fears. Okay, I'm trying to be stronger as a DM. Anyway,
Well, then you should handle your shit.
I'm trying. A 7-foot wide jumping spider.
Okay.
We're talking about like a flat bag that has a color on it, multiple signature 4 big eyes with the smaller eyes. That is that comes lowering down with a smoke pipe that is 6 feet long. That is longer than a certain someone that you know. And you hear in Sylvan, hello, how you doing?
I'm good. 1 second. And I would like to creep over towards one of the fairies and be like, excuse me, is this your day job or are you engaged in some kind of...
Don't you ever change, people! Leave me off! Oh, what about them? They have a debt to pay.
Is it indentured servitude or is this slavery?
It's more lunch.
Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna lean out the door. Twin! I'm about to cause problems!
Please don't.
Wait. What are the problems?
There's slaves in here.
Just understand that the rules as you understand them do not necessarily apply.
Rules. That's right. They don't apply. You heard him. We have Quinn's blessing.
Alright. Double swords and I'm going at the spider.
You're attacking the spider?
She's got slaves.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, roll initiative.
Yep, you see me again. You didn't
I'm in.
Fucked again.
Meanwhile, over Luke tattooing a teardrop on X.
Oh, it's like Crime Baby! The worst Johnny Depp movie ever made, and that's saying something.
Oh,
Damn.
What?
I've never heard of that movie.
I would love you to watch the movie and tell me I'm wrong.
I've never heard
Because
of that movie
that's
before.
how bad it is.
So having
Never heard
trouble
of it.
deciding.
He was also in
Give me a moment while I look up what I can use for her.
It's making fun of greaser culture, and it's the squares, who are the normal people wearing their poodle skirts, versus the drapes. The love interest has a combined history of both, so she is referred to as a scrape. That's the quality we're talking about for this film. Crybaby is one of the worst movies I have ever seen repeatedly.
There we go. Let's
Plus,
use...
Sleepy Hollow had Christina Ricci. That automatically gets it a +5.
Okay. Alright. So as you immediately draw blades with a very just kicking open a door that already doesn't have a good reputation in the Fey Wild as it is.
You assume I kick open the door to that shop. I might be kicking open the door and throwing Molotov cocktails.
You know, it depends on what happens. So what's an initiative right now?
Well, I rolled an 11, so that's 22.
22.
I rolled a 15, it's 23.
23.
Oh wait, I have advantage on that roll. Still 23.
23? Okay. So Vedek, Todd, and then who would be the spider? So, Vedek, you see Todd prepare to activate this hilt again that she used to blow away a giant rodent.
Like I'm mid-drawing.
The door is open. You can see
I'm
inside.
here.
You
He's
see spider
paused in
legs
time.
kind of dangling in the top.
Let's haste Todd.
Haste Todd. Todd is your turn.
So what all do I get? I know I get an extra bonus.
It's not as good as it was
right?
in third. Yeah, okay.
Well, it still gives you a lot of stuff. It gives
Right.
you a haste action. It gives double movement. It gives +2 to your AC, and it gives you advantage on dexterity saving throws, I believe.
Willing creature, until the spell ends, target speed is doubled, +2 to AC, advantage on dex saving throws. It gains an additional action each of its turns. That action can be used only to take attack, one weapon, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Okay, cool. So let's start with I draw my weapons, which means I need to roll a what?
D10 for drawing it to see if it
Right.
goes off with the thing.
Boo. Does not go off.
Okay, so it activates.
I got a 2, not a 1. I'm so mad.
Yeah, you know, it happens.
Anyway.
So you draw the blade,
So I've got that.
lights up the area with this blue moon energy.
So the Jedi bunny whips out her lightsaber. Got it.
Pretty much.
It's Tiny Yoda. It's Fluffy Yoda.
It's Fluffy Yoda.
I would like to point out that my ears are nowhere near as dramatic. But anyway. My they're all tucked back. I'm very
You
slick.
don't know how she managed to braid bunny ears, but she did.
Not that.
Most
Soul
interesting,
trinket on my
most
person.
entertaining thing
That's
about
fine.
Todd is how angry she
When I
gets if you
heal.
do this behind her when she's posing for a statue. He. Alright.
Sorry, she.
Oh, is she?
Todd's a she.
Okay.
It's complicated.
Bunnies,
No one has asked to significant degree.
with bunnies, it's so hard to tell.
That's a separate
all
thing. I don't want
nice.
to do that. Sorry, I'm remembering all the shit.
Oh, it's all good.
There's so
and this
much.
is technically the first combat of Todd.
Second. The first one went real quick.
Yeah, the first one went really quick.
Alright. What are the things that get you sneak attack?
So, generally have an advantage.
Right.
Oh,
There it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, the paper is. There's a lot on the paper.
Yeah.
Depending on your subclass, it's either if only you are threatening the person, or if
She's not-
anyone
she's not a
else is
swashbuckler,
threatening the
so no.
person.
But she is something that is plus.
You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet.
There's currently not. Everyone that is in there is currently
There you go. You can make the
in non-fighting situations. But there's a bunch of baskets with a bunch of fairies that are currently like screaming, "Let me out! Let me out! I know my brother can't keep alive! He got his like Johnson! It made me feel weird! I learned something about myself today! Let me out!"
Okay, so how do I summon these dudes?
You just use a bonus action and tell me how many you summon at once.
Okay, how many fairies are...
There's currently about 12 lamps in there, so 12 fairies that are just in these lamp things.
Okay, I would like to summon 12...
It's up to your proficiency bonus.
Okay, well,
So you can summon a number
I
of
would
regiments.
summon 5.
Okay, so 5 cricket regiments, and the number of hit points represent the number of soldiers are in that regiment.
Cricket samurai?
Yes!
Yes, cricket samurai.
You know,
So-
they got the antenna done up in the little
Top knot?
They
Yeah.
got it in the top knot with the two
You know,
dangling
grass
down.
armor,
So-
steel samurai swords made out of blades of grass. Glass.
Remember how I kept not letting him eat people, they really, really, really appreciated it.
Yes.
Wait,
And now you're
it's
sending
grass
them into
Damascus?
battle against a spider.
Yes.
No, what I'm doing is I'm having 4 of them work to free the fairies, and one of them hang out, like, on my shoulder.
Understood. So one of them's on you. One of the regiments is on you.
Which means that there is another person within 5 feet as I attack
so
the fucking spider.
It's weird, and you just hear boom, and there's your.
Except it's like spun up like chipmunks.
Yeah. Of course, it's
And like I
down
draw
their
the
sides
claw,
is like epic
snag
against
one.
this gargantuan monstrosity of a spider.
With their Godzilla.
Wait, I have the sound effect for this.
You have to drop them.
No. This is totally a kaiju fight, but they're like coming out.
Yeah. They got their pikes, they got their traditional Japanese longbows, which is yukai, or I forget I have it written down on the sheet.
Yumi?
Yeah, that's their traditional longbow versions of their weaponry.
It's a toothpick.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, toothpicks still hurt when there's like 50 of them.
So their blades are Damascus grass,
Yeah.
and their bows
So-
are toothpicks.
There's 5 in total that's in the shop that gets someone 30 feet in an area that you so desire.
Right. So one, I like snag, I pick it up, stick it in my pocket, and we go. And then the other ones are directed to, in however they need to work together in order to free the fairies. They should be doing that.
They quite literally make like ladders with their own bodies.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Ants.
yeah.
Crickets.
So they can, with their speed, with their
They've learned
dash
from
action,
ants.
everything, I'm going to say that they can get up to 4 immediately, and one of them is in your pocket, so that's all of them.
Cool.
So they're going to start attacking. Roll attacks for the baskets.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the spider was prepared and releases a gaggle.
Am I
of
rolling
bearded dragons.
individually, or
Sorry?
am I rolling for each one individually?
No, this is for each. They're a swarm tactic.
Okay.
So yes,
21.
there's like 30 for each regiment, each army, but you attack one time and see how effective.
Okay,
it is.
so 21.
21 hits the basket. Roll your damage for 44 plus 6.
What was that, a Spanish splinter? Like it's spread
Wait,
out.
It's a swarm.
4d4 plus 6? Your cricket samurai do more damage than I do.
Well, they're samurai. It only makes sense.
I miss Yaijutsu rolls.
Oh, look, another
18.
mechanic I can
18. That basket immediately just gets paper mache. It makes like a small little cricket, paper.
Would you say it was
origami.
Ginsued?
It was Ginsued. There you go. That was better than the origami I was about to put. As this fairy goes, and he immediately just like starts running around in a circle.
Crickets make a ladder, and one single samurai cricket jumps up and goes. Boom! The thing just evaporates into confetti.
There you go. Hopefully that's the second one.
Okay, so that's going on, and I like direct the fairies to help the other fairies.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Well, I get advantage. Oh no, wait, because they're
It's-
not a
they're
size
smaller,
category
yeah.
bigger than me. Never mind. That rounds up to a 10, so that becomes a 17.
17. They go, "Shiny boss!" And she begins to like spits in her hand and like rubs it, and there's like a magical like reverberation off of it.
Cool. All right, so that's going on, and then I'm going to actually attack the spider with my buddy, which means I get to, like, I have it.
Yes, you have advantage because they're holding their action, so that when they, as you're jumping up towards it, they immediately jump a few inches further because they're hoppers. They're a little better for hopping. Actually, you're a bunny too, so you're
I'm
kinda
like,
equal.
what?
Yeah, never mind. You're kind of equal. So, but at the same time, everyone's jumping in this strange, like, Titan versus a bunch of small folk and even smaller folk. Kind of cinematic trailer
David and Goliath,
situation.
Goliath and Goliath.
You mean David?
David and David and David and David.
Yeah.
Yes.
Goliath and David and David and David and David.
There you go.
As you guys assault this 7-foot wide jumping spider with a very flamboyant hat and a smoking gun.
Looks a
And
lot
it
like
is
me.
lit up, like the light from my blade just strikes across its face. The hat is resplendent, and then I'm gonna roll to hit it and hopefully stab it right in the face.
All right.
Right.
So you don't roll with advantage, but if you hit, you get sneak attack.
21.
21, that will hit.
Cool. So then that becomes 1d8 plus 8 radiant. So
Shut up, you big
that's
baby.
12.
Minus 12.
This is just
Oral
the
shells are
alcohol
innervated.
Plus your sneak attack.
Right. Sneak attack.
I still haven't healed myself from the
Attack is
monkey
76.
fight.
Jesus.
You know, high level rogues, they do damage.
I need 2 more.
So I'll keep the
Need
12,
one
so
more.
don't worry about that.
Fuck.
96?
Yes, please.
Oops, sorry.
Okay. 10, 20, 31,
I will need to rest.
33.
33? And that's with or without the 12?
That was just the D6s.
Okay, so 33. Ow! She immediately screeches out in a in a spider, like ticking sounds, as she drops her pipe immediately. And the samurai need to make an attack too.
So that was the Moonblade. Do I also get to attack with the second one?
You can use your, yes, you can use a bonus action offhand attack if you so desire.
No, I have
She
another
hates-
action because I'm
You
hasted.
do!
She
Yes,
gets
you
to make
do,
another
but you do
swing.
not get sneak attack because sneak attack is once per turn.
Right. So I'm gonna use the second.
Once per round.
Yeah.
Once per turn.
thing.
Yes, yes.
That's 19. That's 30 to hit.
Yes.
And that's gonna be 8 piercing. So significantly less impressive. But
But it's still, I mean, you still did
Now
a
the spider
crazy
uses a
amount of damage.
legendary
And now the samurais that were on you, that were jumping at the same time, they're actually jumping on her body, the spider's body, as they're like stabbing down and running up the body, because they have a climb speed.
great.
I think you wildly misunderstood my statement about the rules not functioning the way they're
Don't ruin this for me. Popcorn.
Okay, so they get to
Chocolate
attack
covered cricket.
with
Popcorn.
the melee
samurai cricket.
reach of
Ooh, spicy cricket. Ah.
yes. That's a 20 to hit.
20 to hit? Yes, that hits.
Okay, so then I need 4 d4.
Put one on a chip. Dip.
That is much less impressive. That's 9 plus 6 is 15.
15. Still 15 points of damage as an army of crickets, samurai crickets, jump on its body and start immediately stabbing in every part that they can, aiming for the joints and trying to go for the legs to try to take off her legs so that she can't move. And she immediately goes, that is quite unprofessional behavior for someone that's coming here for shopping! And she falls down as you pretty much cut her, and she falls off the string that she was holding on to, and lands on the floor and immediately scuttles away. You can make an attack of opportunity if you so desire.
I totally will, but also I'm really sad. I forgot that because I have the Rapier of Warning, I actually had advantage on my initiative roll.
You went first anyway, so.
I did not. He did.
So this is one of those,
There.
so this is one of those situations. You are making your attack of opportunity on the spider's turn, meaning that if all of the things like someone else threatening them, you get sneak attack again.
Yeah, that is correct. And I thought I understood turns properly, but then,
Rounds versus turns.
yeah, I'm like, okay,
You can
sure.
get an attack on someone else's turn, like
27.
I have a
Hits.
spell that does appear. Take an extra action.
So then that's a
Extra
d8, and then I need all of those dice back.
What do you need? 6s?
Yeah.
Or 6s?
I need 1 more 6. I remember this one not liking me well.
Do you want another one? You got mine still in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, fine.
This was great for me.
I'm gonna keep trying sneaking you d6s.
Less so this time. Alright.
Only 48.
So that's 7, 10. That's 20. Or that's 24.
Probably best
That
to go
becomes 32.
32?
Yes. That's including the D8 and plus 8.
So.
Jeez. Yeah. Okay. She's still up. She's hurt. As you swing a second time, you take off 2 of her 8 legs, and they immediately fall to the floor as she skitters and snaps out with her lower jaw that it becomes more monstrous. It is now her turn.
I'm just gonna set those there, and I'll pass them back to everybody. And yep.
So his spell tattoo is a monkey giving the finger.
You're tattooing as this is happening, so you just hear a ruckus in the background.
I'm ignoring it.
Yeah.
You heard me yell slavery, him go ha ha.
More lunch.
No, from Quinn's perspective, all you saw was Vedic run by giggling and then a fight happened.
She's going to position herself.
Nothing new.
And Noah, roll a d6 for me, if you will. Since we're working Theater of the Mind.
That's... I don't know if that's the 5 or the 2. That's the 5.
That's a 5? Alright, so she's able to position herself so that all 5 of you, 5 people in total, so she's going to make sure that you're in the mix. So you plus 4 of your armies are going to get hit with a cone of cold.
Okay.
I need you to make a constitution saving throw for you and 4 of your armies.
The 5 is ambiguous, the 2 is very obvious.
Right, which is why I was like, where's the 2? Alright, so my con save is...
Cone of Cold is a con save?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to assume that I have nothing that bumps that at all, so it's going to be an 18.
18. Just succeeds.
Okay. And then theirs, I'm rolling as 1, correct?
You roll each regiment as 1. So there's 4 armies.
Okay.
That's 4 saving throws.
Okay. 1 super fails.
Okay.
That's a 13.
Fails.
18.
Succeeds.
Yay! 1 succeeded. And another 18!
Succeed! Wow, these samurai crickets, they mean business. Okay, so that's going to be 8d8 cold damage. Half if you succeed.
Okay.
So that is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh, and now 4 more. Rolling terrible. 15, 16. Stop with the ones! Plus 16 plus 7.
With the ones.
16 plus 7, that's going to be a 33.
No, 16 plus 7. 23.
23, my bad. 23 points of cold damage if you failed.
Everyone is up?
Half that if you succeed,
Right.
So half of 23. So
which is going to be 11. Well, 11.5, but
yeah.
That's... So, there's...
So 23 or 11. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then as a bonus action,
4, 5, you are still at full. And then it was 11 for 2 and 23 for 2. And then I had 23. Okay.
and as a bonus action, she's going to do a web, basically grasping vine, but spider version of that.
Sure.
Towards the fairy that is currently out, and she needs sustenance. So 10 plus 9, so that's gonna hit. The pixie got to make a strength saving throw. Good luck. That's natural 10. Yeah, not gonna happen. Immediately gets flung towards the spider, and the spider goes. And immediately the fairy gets stuck into the mouth and. As her 2 legs quite like, and a fleshy 2 new legs pop out. I will eat you to the very bone marrow, you not a child. And he immediately goes up the wall.
Okay.
Gaining legs.
It regained 2 of the legs that she chopped off, yeah.
Because
After
it
eating the fairy.
murdered the fairy.
AKA regained hit points after consuming someone. Because she
Yeah, that
was
sounds
fucked.
a lot like murdered the slave fairy.
Yep. It is your turn. Oh, right. Vedic! You're eating popcorn, aren't you?
Yeah!
There's kind of like falling over pieces of equipment and like robes and fine wedding gowns that are in these beautiful silk woven spider silk that are just being thrown all over the place as the shop seems to be almost pulsating in anticipation of something about to happen. But you are higher than 20, so.
Well, I'm already concentrating on a spell.
Yes, you are. You really want to fuck over
Is that
Todd.
your haste?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna hold that for a little bit. You know what? I hadn't thought about it. Nope. Let me hang on. Pause. Give me a moment. I need to know that this
Being
spell.
a time wizard, you can do that.
I need to know that this spell does what I think it does.
Being a time wizard, you can do that. It's just like pause. Boop. Alright, let's see what we're gonna
He
do.
pauses everything. Suddenly, there's banjos resonating throughout the environment.
That does not do what I think it does.
Oh, you're looking up one of the new spells?
Yeah. I am going to cast Kobold's Fury, which is a dragon magic spell, but I'm gonna give it to her.
Okay, so what is this Kobold's Fury show and how does it look?
For her next it's just like you feel pride and rage at the same time of being tiny and impotent. It feels comfortable in a weird way.
Yeah, no, that's my day-to-day.
Right, so spot on. So what it does is it for her next round, it gives her advantage on her attack rolls.
Okay. It is your turn, Todd.
I would like you to stop murdering people!
Catch me if you can! With your
I
haste?
absolutely can.
Yeah, you can. She normally has, like 60 feet movement, climb, and it doesn't matter what she's grabbing on, she can just move.
Sure.
What's your speed right now?
45.
It's double.
Doubled.
Right. So 90.
Yeah,
and I
so-
also have boots that allow me to fly.
Oh, God. I forgot about that. So, yeah, you just beeline towards her as the other armies are marching into position to take out the other two. Now that they didn't have to dash, there's going to be 3 in position. Even having them cold and frozen, they're still using their frozen corpses to use as part of the ladder in order to get into position and slice these things open.
Okay.
So make 4 rolls.
Just remember, no man is an island. But if you get a couple of dead guys and lash them together, you can make a decent raft.
Yeah, there you go.
What am I?
Jesus, okay.
4 attack rolls for the entrapped
And you
fairies
want me to
pixies.
roll each one this time?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of them had to dash in order to get to the position they are.
Gotcha. So 2 of them are at less than half health, which changes the damage but not the hit. Okay, so that becomes 16 to hit.
Hits.
That is higher. That they critted. That is another.
That's double damage, yeah.
And I'm also using the wrong dice, which means I ate one of my crits. That's sad. And then 23. So all of them hit, and one of them does double.
If it does more than 5 damage, they're freed.
I feel like there's only one. None of them do I have to roll.
Yeah, you don't have to
They
roll
all have
any of
plus
them.
6s.
Yeah.
So
And so, yeah. So there. So 4 fairies / pixies, depending on which one got open, are freed, and they're currently just screaming bloody murder in this place because they're annoying as hell. One of them immediately just goes, "Ah, laser!" and just flies out the front door.
reasonable.
Yeah.
Something just ate one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now I'm a beat a bitch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attack, which is a 25,
Hits.
and that will be my sneak attack.
Son of a bitch. Roll lower.
Nope.
She has shield.
I refuse. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. That's 6, 10, 20, 33, plus 8 is 41.
She's still up. She's looking really haggard.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to attack with my Rapier of Warning. That becomes a... Is that a 10 or a 16? What is the... Sorry, this dice is...
One of the fancy dice?
Yeah, it's the one that's got the squiggly writing. Okay, so that's a 10. That becomes a 21 to hit.
Even with shield, that will bring her straight to 21. She's going to do it in vain.
Yeah.
You still hit.
Then that becomes 10 piercing.
She's still up.
And I would like to use my second action to attack her.
Yes, you can.
You have advantage.
I have what?
You have advantage still.
Because kobolds,
Thanks?
yeah.
Fuck. Alright, that becomes 27 instead of 17.
Yep.
And
That would, the 17 would have missed, yeah.
okay, then that is 13 radiant.
She had 12 remaining by 1 extra hit point with this. And there were still samurais on her back. So there was a bunch of samurais that were about to just completely gut her like a fish. But you get the killing blow. Describe her end as she's currently halfway up the wall, about to go upside down on the ceiling.
I would like you to stop murdering people! And I'm going to shoot up, and it's going to be a blast of blinding white light that slices up her face, and then a little, like, zigzaggy across the eyes, and then just slicing down, cuts off, like, 3 legs, and lops off the spider silk in the back, just kind of toppling her over to splat on the ground.
And she does, without a word, because she died so bloody fast with a hasted kobold and so much magic coming out of you, it's not even funny. Merciful Todd. The gracious, merciful Todd.
Generous.
With 2 Ds.
Would you like to raid the cash register? And I'm gonna undo that.
There's a cash register.
No! Pick up silks. No! Please! Ooh, this is my size.
There's a
Letting
fine
out all of
attire.
the berries
This is a fine clothing attire with a couple of magical items here and there sprinkled about. It's hard to tell because the Fey, they're magical.
Right, everything's
items.
magical. Alright,
Yeah.
detect magic. Quick ransack before whatever passes for
all
law
right, make a
enforcement.
Constitution saving throw as you do detect magic.
Mercifully, 26.
26. You're physically blind right now, but you're like, I can handle this.
This is normal. I'm
This
fine.
Is normal. Yeah, because the physical air in the Fey Wild is magical by itself. As you kind
It's hard to
of
see the rest of the background radiation. You got a magical
but
guy
yes,
counter.
these robes are magical. Everything in here is magical. The very silk is magic woven. Magically
that actual
imbued
spider.
silk.
If you could find a spider silk like smoking jacket in my size, no, I'm not gonna take anything from the fucking.
I mean, it's perfectly. And as soon as you put it on, it's like it sinks into the right places, so it automatically tailors and everything.
It starts digesting you.
There's beautiful hats everywhere. A lot of hats, flamboyant hats, top hats, gowns, wedding dresses, proper suits, white glove area, a sword on the wall, and a very couple of boots, dozens of shoes everywhere.
Alright, I'm gonna put my weapons away. I'm going to bow to my regiment and kind of like...
The remaining immediately just sloop and do the proper, like, they clean their blades, put it back in.
The fairies are all set free, and then I'm going to check the cash register.
Yep. It takes a few more. Ding, ding, ding. Bunch of gems, glittering gold, platinum pieces.
Into the bag.
No. This is the Fey Wild. There's some teeth in there.
Oh yeah,
There's some
I wasn't done
flowers.
explaining.
So into the bag.
I described the glittery because everyone sees glittery first, and then you describe the odd stuff because they're still like smashed, weird, like brass coin bits.
I want to be clear. I'm not checking anything.
No.
I'm also not touching it. Like, it's whether I have to break the counter to tilt the cash register, I don't care. I'm not touching what's in this thing.
Make a general dex check.
I will. A heart would have worked.
17
Just a little heart.
plus-
What the hell are you drawing?
Actually, I could have just made a little X.
It's not
this
like
is way more fun for me.
acrobatics or anything?
Yeah, just straight dex check.
Okay, then it's only a 23.
23, easy enough. Yeah, you quite literally take your moon blade that's still activated, you cut the under part of it so that there's a hole, and then you just kind of tilt it just enough so that it all goes in that same hole, so that it funnels perfectly.
I'm gonna...
There's a lot of weird stuff in that registry.
Sure. I'm gonna check for hats that would be appropriate for any of the party.
Dozens of hats.
Yes, but any that suit them.
Well,
or
I mean,
his new buddy.
Describe what you are looking for. I mean, there's
they've already
anywhere
got
from,
their purple fedoras.
Yeah, you got the purple
They're
fedoras.
No, they're purple. They've always been purple.
There seems to be
I'm not going to believe that, but okay.
There seems to be a lot of top hats that are currently like a hat on a hat on a hat. There's literally like one top hat that's fused into two other top hats, so it's like a triple top hat kind of fashion. There's a couple
wearing two other hats.
Yeah, literally. There's other like bolo caps that have like a looking balcony, like it's an actual physical hat. A physical house, so that someone can live inside of it at the same time as you wear it. And there's
No.
No.
But
he's right there. He doesn't thank you. But the shopkeeper's already dead. See, the body's gone. The body's gone. There's no body remaining.
I don't care.
Just completely gone. And with your passive perception, there is a rug at the center that kind of dips a little too far down. Like there's the floor, but the rug kind of does this ever so slightly.
I'm just gonna poke my head out and... Quinn, are you done with the stabbing pictures into him?
I'll say roughly.
Yeah. What did you do?
There is less of a slavery problem here. And
There is, in fact, 100% less slavery going on in this immediate vicinity.
There's a couple of dozen pixies going,
Theft, on the other hand, is on the rise. What can you say?
What can I say except
theft is
you're
possession, and nobody possessed these because the slavery issue had been resolved. But there's a weird hole in the floor, and also there's a bunch of really nice free clothes, and you seem to do the dress-up thing. So if you're interested, but mainly there's a scary hole in the floor, and I'm concerned.
I'm not concerned about the hole. I'm looking around at these garments.
They're beautiful woven garments with no uniform way of paying, as far as you can tell. Make a general insight check.
I already know how I'm going to pay.
What pay? This is an open
31.
Shop. No one works
31.
here.
So, right off the bat, these are immaculately woven garments. These garments will give you a plus 10 on any charisma checks in the Court of Delights. They are in the now popular attire. And you can describe how they look.
Wait, does that apply to me too?
Yes.
Then I don't care
They
about
are
rolling a
in the
disadvantage
now
quite
fashion.
so much.
Now, in next week, it's not going to give you a plus 10 because it's not in the now.
It'll be last week's fashion.
Yeah, so autumn season. God.
I don't think they make that joke in the Fey Wild.
They do. It's all bad.
Being out of season
Hey.
last
But
season.
See,
what catches
absolutely
you with
make
that
joke, but for them
impressive
it's like
insight is
last
that
week was greens and this
there's
week
a
is
little
oranges.
bit too much food. Yeah, there's a couple of dishes with a little bit like, hard candies or pastry, but there's just a little too much food here that is not a bakery. And then you get that smell of rotting flesh. But like jerky, so it smells a little sweet.
Lifting the rug, looking down.
Bones, dried corpses, dead fae, a lot of humanoids. And you kind of go back to back 1 to 4th of, don't eat the food here.
I don't think any of us were planning on it, but alright.
But it's like, she specifically like lunch. So anyone that ate the food would become her lunch.
Give that to Zendarius, please.
Because it's right outside the door.
You done with the tattoo?
Yeah.
Good.
It-
Excellent. What do you
What's
think,
the note
all?
say?
What do you think?
Says,
Looking around here. And,
It says, "I love WoW." I can't.
hold on here. Let me go to
What are you doing?
combat
He's
camp.
He's showing off his art.
his new tattoo.
His
A
new
little
tattoo.
further,
Combat
not
camp.
further.
There
There
we
you
go.
go. Come back.
You're gonna have to show the rest of the crew, mate.
Yep.
Pass it around.
Pass
So
it
the
around.
note says the local shopkeep was trading in Fey flesh cuisine, but we've put a stop to it. Feel free to take credit.
Okay. Literally, like, not even 30 seconds after the note's been passed, Scenarius quite literally knocks on the door. Oh, no, you're not in the area.
I am.
Oh, no, you are in
They
there.
summoned me
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, one of the bigger doors open up because he's a full-blown centaur.
Well, it was
not
a
like
7-foot spider. I gotta imagine there's pretty
Exactly,
big
but
doors here.
there's a physical door that's actually meant for his size. He opens it up and goes, "What?" He goes, "Oh God!"
Lift the rug.
Put that away. Put it away.
So we'll be cleaning out some of this stuff, and then you can purge it with fire as needed.
Definitely lots of fire, and he's already like filling up a couple
just-
of cocktails.
But just we'll just clear this stuff.
It's just don't mind me. Don't take this section. Nobody minds, right?
Where's the body?
It melted.
Oh, that's gonna be problematic.
Yeah.
And he continues.
Damn shame.
He shakes up like a couple of cocktails. Load him more.
Sword up.
No, you don't want none of that.
He's already had it inside your hand. He'll put your hair on your chest, which is weird because you're a dragon.
I don't have external hair. I'm a reptile.
It will try it.
It's
See
in
what
your ears,
happens.
it's in your ears, on your snout, in your nose, on your tongue.
Constitution saving throw.
Full Burt Reynolds.
Damn shame about that dragon.
17 plus
What happens when you give a kobold lycanthropy?
7?
Alright, so it was a DC 25, not to immediately pass.
28.
So
17 plus 7
it is
is 24.
some powerful shit, and there's some psychedelic stuff in there.
Hold on a second.
Sorry?
Add your math again.
17 plus 7 is 24.
Oh,
Oh
but we're talking about a time wizard here.
Can you do that for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
no!
I succeed.
Okay. Because you have like D4s that you can add. and
I
stuff
knew
like
in
that.
advance.
Yeah, and immediately, just as you said, just full-blown gorilla hair across your entire chest, which adds.
Ow! I don't have No, it doesn't. Do it again. I don't feel anything. It's not actually attached. You drink this shows up.
There's
Little lawnmower.
It says vetting now.
No, I like this.
Where's that?
That has to be better.
Where is that artwork?
Yeah, it's potent shit, and there's definitely something in it that shouldn't be in there, but you know, it's a flavor. I'm not sure if it's a good flavor, but it's
I
a flavor.
eat crickets.
Yeah, I know, yeah. So it's up to you if you want
Crickets are
to
crunchy.
take this
It's all about the crunch, not the flavor.
Yeah.
shroom cocktail mix.
Remind our superiors that my loyalty to the Sealy Court has never wavered.
Look, I'm trying to do that as well, but you know how they work. It's all about yep, and no word. They would honestly-
Yep, letting slavery happen in the middle of the court.
Exactly! There needs to be more people working! Honestly, awesome job. Awesome job. You're just doing shit. Do you know how hard that is to find in the Fae? People that just do shit?
I do.
Exactly!
What was...
And as soon as people start doing shit, next thing you know, all the powerful Fae go yap, and just you make them disappear. It's stupid. Hey, I'll try. I'm not as good as you with the yip-yapping, but...
They're called words.
Yeah, they are words, but when it comes out of this fucking nobility in this group, sometimes you question if they're words.
I hear you, bro.
I'm not your bro.
I hear you.
Yeah, give it to you. He's okay.
Didn't leave me hanging. Thank God he didn't.
Well-
Didn't leave me hanging.
He's on the right side.
Is that right?
Sure.
Like my new tat.
He does what he's told.
Press there. I'm not gonna press it. I don't condone monkey torture.
That's the instructions for him.
No, that's my instructions.
Don't worry, I've taken away
Says press here.
the bag.
Oh, you have the bag now.
I have the bag now.
So yeah, is he like a? And he kind of whispers, gets a little closer. Is he like a mental child, or is he just like that?
He's yes and yes. He's.
He turns around, puts a non-apologetic, warm, sorry that you like that kind of look.
He starts talking to you slower and louder.
Not only did he fall out of the.
That's the future, mate. That's not now.
You have a very pleasant day
for a very special boy. So not only did he fall out of the idiot tree, he hit every branch on the way down.
God. All right,
But
I'll try to keep it simple and. You're like, and then I think at this point you're like dragging a sword that's like three times like on the floor.
I'm not dragging anything. It's
No,
like I take it off the thing and it goes in the bag. Like
I like it.
just everything that he hasn't already grabbed that isn't nailed down. They said fire.
Yeah. and then there's you have the cocktail right now, Fennec.
I am drinking. I assume that the process of making that save is drinking the cocktail.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to take me a minute or two.
Yeah, and you get about halfway through the bottle and another, and you get back here too.
How? Can I prestidigitate this shit away?
It stays. You gotta rip it off.
Just burn it.
Smart.
Ready? Yes.
Jungle.
I'm so confused. I don't think I want any more of it.
He takes it. He's already been mixing more as he's drinking more. His tail's getting longer, and he's also getting that.
It's hanging below your robes, man.
Braid that shit.
And mind you, this is a full
I'm not helping with that.
warlord. And when you look at Zadiris, I don't. Yeah, I did describe him a little bit, but not in full detail. He is a full warhorse size. So we're talking about like almost 11 foot tall for his back, and then you get the centaur version. He's wearing fine military-ish in the Fey. Not slacks for bloody sex, but a suit that goes across his back and secondary back that kind of drapes over. Now, he's not wearing anything underneath. But if you're a proper, normal medium person size, you don't have to worry about that. But if you're anyone smaller than that, you're gonna he's a horse. Yeah. He's definitely male. But,
If you're at the right height,
Oh
you're gonna get
no,
whacked
I've
in the
never
head.
seen a horse penis before.
Exactly. Especially in the Fae, pretty much everything goes. So you
Yeah, we
guys,
don't need to see it quite that up close. Let's be honest.
then don't stare at it. And he's just shaking up and then he goes, but everyone up, and he throws it against the wall and immediately,
Just be lucky you didn't have to room with him in basic.
I would like to point out, saying, "Oh no, everyone out, 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 out," does not constitute a significant enough warning for setting a building on fire that has people in it that you're not trying to set on
Shane
fire.
Panic runs by, throwing more cocktails in it.
He's standing close enough to singe off his chest hair.
he immediately goes up.
Excuse me for a moment. Drop trout at my ankles.
It's curling up. It's all
It
curling up.
burns and it's got
Oh, I thought it smelled bad.
terrible. You know that smelling hair burn
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of situation is it's horrible. And
It's,
Now add lizard crotch to it.
Meanwhile, on
Okay,
the other
let's
side of the
say,
field, there are two Warforged who are currently playing
just
a
look- he
very,
just
very
kinda shrugs and
long-winded
goes,
game of chess.
I don't know about you. I said it 3 times.
You don't know how to play chess.
That's
why
why
it's
it's very,
taking
very
so long.
long-winded.
They're both reading the instructions.
Which one's a pawn?
They're both waiting for the other one to move. They don't know who goes first.
Well, excellent job, by the way. That was phenomenally well. And honestly, I did not expect you to be able to shut down a court like that. Quite bold, honestly. But it did cause a little bit of problems with, like, giving and not... taking a lot and not giving. So which a lot of people are now bringing up. I don't know if you heard it already.
Oh, I've
just
heard.
say. All right. So
He's not going to apologize.
there is that.
He almost set us on fire, and he's not going to apologize.
No, I won't.
Because he's,
I said it
Wasn't
3
to him.
times.
he's a pirate.
Wasn't to him. He's doing this over
Yeah.
here,
Okay,
and I'm
okay.
talking to the guy who's roasting his crotch hair.
Remember,
I probably have
folks,
moved to back hair at this point.
remember, folks, you can support us on Patreon and get more of this quality content.
Only you can prevent crotch fires.
Oh.
If you feel a burning sensation, are you immune to fire?
Does your kobold ever smell less than fresh?
Roll 2d12.
9 and 9.
You take 18 points of
I
fire.
am not going to use that dice anymore. All right.
Not for damage you're gonna take. But if you use it on the enemy, fuck yeah.
All right.
So Zindaris continues speaking. So pretty much everyone has left the court now. Everything is taken care of. Majority. There's always going to be rumors, and that's going to take time. Well done is all I can say. I do have a command tent near the front lines if you wish to join me, so that we can discuss tactics and how to do whatever you're going to do.
I'm going to go have a conversation first with my sister, and then more than likely I'm going to be delivering my brother for justice.
Understood. Before we do that, can I tell you, at least give you a rundown of the situation so that you can have that for when you go out to do your thing?
Oh, of course. I was under the impression that you'd be unable to assist in this information gathering.
Well, to put it, you know what, it's going to be simpler just to show you what's going on because we're spread thin. I'm spread thin with my forces, alright? Alright, and he starts to lead you in a direction as a hole opens up in the side of the wall that wasn't there a few moments ago, and he begins to walk through this hole that is guiding you into the forest so that he can begin. Sorry,
folks, should I gather my servants?
Vedic walks by in his smoking jacket, but he is also just smoking. I'm on it.
slightly singed.
Once he disengaged from the flames, I would like to find the Warforged buddies, and I would like to clamber up onto Sparks' shoulders and reach into my bag and pull out an elaborate hat and stick it on his head.
On Sparks or
Sparks. And then
Okay.
I will take out a second elaborate hat and I will put that on Flint, and then I will say,
That's a pawn.
That's why there's 12.
Yes.
yeah. Flint just looks over in full Sylvan. Well, that's my account of you, little one. But do I owe you anything for this purdy hat?
Yes, and walk away.
No, I don't own anything apart from myself, because I am an indentured servant. Due to my inability of understanding the local culture.
You gotta take that up with your boss. I
Oh, Todd is part of our party.
I assumed
assumed that you were going to handle this. Why did you not handle this?
Good master, I must ask before asking
Don't call me
permission.
Master. Just call me Sparks. It's fine.
Very well, Master Sparks.
Don't call me Master.
Sir Sparks.
Don't call me Sir. Just call me Sparks.
Mr. Sparks.
Just Sparks.
I have to call you something, understand. It is
Sparks is fine!
Just call him just Sparks.
just Sparks.
That's fine.
Just Sparks. One simple question. Are you a kind master or are you a fickle one?
What's fickle mean?
Those are not mutually exclusive. You post that as a dichotomy, and it isn't.
It is my inability to understand most Fey words, so I use what I have.
Who knew that dichotomy was actually at its origins in Fey?
Right. Well, I can certainly assure you I am not.
Okay, Sparks, I'm gonna whisper this to you, okay, Sparks?
Fickle.
Sparks, tell him that you're releasing him from servitude, but he needs to stick with you so he can get out of the Fey and not get indentured to someone else. And that way, he'll stop calling you master, and I won't have to listen to this shit anymore.
Or you could
and you can move the fucking pawn, because I've been sitting here waiting for you to go.
So I didn't move one or two places.
That is...
Would you release him first?
No, I'm not here.
Before you do that, may I ask, I do not want that.
Well, fine.
I
move the other pawn.
whispered it. I specifically said.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be a good idea to wait till he's out of the Fey so he doesn't accidentally do it again?
You're so loud. You know what?
You do. I'm gonna hop down. I'm gonna try to push
Word
him
to the
away from the
lads.
table. I'm gonna try to push him
I was
away from
told
the table.
many a time that it's not a good idea to talk to people in the Fey unless they're part of your crew.
I don't know why you're yelling. I'm right next to you.
I'm getting pushed by a buddy,
Why
that's
are
why.
you Indian? Ah, fuck.
Were you actually letting me push you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm then going to push Flint.
He's
He's attached to me.
He's attached. He's
Oh,
physically
okay,
attached.
cool. Then I'm going to drag in Vedic and I'm going to set him down.
I'm in the cave already.
I
I know, no, I wasn't. I was trying to stay out of metagaming.
need to play.
Bring the chessboard.
Just standing on my head. You two are just playing chess over our shoulders.
I'm good with those.
Isn't there a Warforged thing about being able to
There-
integrate a toolkit
Amongst
into
all
your
the
chassis?
people that have left this court of popular opinion, finished up their dealings and their and backward nature and their conniving, only a handful of people remain. The plant, the master of mothers, is here, still watching over, not really wanting to move because it's enjoying the sunlight. Not sunlight, but it's the Fae. And Princess Greathop is returning to her kingdom. Sorry, dynasty. As she's returning to do her affairs and stuff like that, but seems to have left certain forces to be under the service of Todd. That has disappeared after a few feet, seemingly going into the plants and making the plants their disguise, waiting in
trees.
They're in the trees, literally hiding in the shrubberies until they're summoned. And then there's the Queen of Serpents. You see her true form.
Queen of what?
Serpents.
Queen of Serpents,
That-
the Animal Lord. That has been
hissy bitch.
Servant.
yes. That has been
Is it servants or serpents?
serpents. Serpents.
Okay.
Snakes.
Piss.
So listen to you.
Serpents.
Serpents.
Snake lady!
Snake bitch.
Oh yeah!
Snake
The hissy
yeah.
bitch.
That for the rest of you, you see a wiry woman with a long snake, not robe, but it's just it's a cloak, but it kind of goes over the shoulders and is part of her dress at the same time.
She has like snake body, right?
Yes, which is why her cloak is so long.
Yeah.
So that it gives more,
I'm looking at this bag of things. I find some very elegant heels, and I set them out and go.
She was looking towards you as you guys left, as you just placed some heels. Roll insight. She kind of looks at you like in a bitchy, like, what the fuck? And then goes, and her eyes go, as she realizes that you're looking directly at her eyes. Mm-hmm. And just gives a little bit of. Are you gonna engage or are you gonna leave?
I'm leaving.
I've already killed 2 people today.
That never goes to see it.
Let's not set a personal record. Back off.
I'm not again. I was just, and then I'm turning and leaving.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you do that. You left a message, and she is aware that of several things. As you just hear the low hiss in the background of 100 snakes waiting for striking distance in the trees. As you guys go off to the front lines,
as Quinn walks away from the hissy bitch, Vedic will walk up next and go, "What's an eclipse maw?"
She turns towards you.
No. I'm asking him. Like,
Oh, you're asking him.
I'm asking
Sorry.
him. We're out of. What's an eclipse, Ma?
Make a history check.
Nice.
23.
23?
Yep.
It's one of the many smaller courts in the Court of Delights that is strictly for lycanthropes.
Okay. It's it is a council governing those whose bloodline is closely tied to the phases of the moon. Are you familiar with the concept of lycanthropy?
I'm a 900-year-old dragon. Yeah, I get shapeshifters.
Okay.
Well, no, way more than 900. I forget that part.
But in this form.
In this form, I've been yes. Okay. Good. Just checking. Want to make sure they weren't a real threat. And walk away.
Their ears are burning. You don't know where they are. But you just...
Somewhere there's werewolf went, someone wants to die.
Yes.
Someone asked my body count.
Right. And then psychically across the plains, Vedic goes, right, now you know what I mean.
But it's already too late. As we end with that scene, we're going to go to break, everyone.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well done in just being chaotic assholes. I love
think
it.
that's our official
I'm
alignment.
sorry.
Chaotic
I'm
asshole.
an asshole for ending slavery.
just add
There's
to that
all the
list.
fake
Harriet
contacts.
Tubman, Abraham Lincoln.
Chaotic assholes,
I have
all.
to say, this rather friendly, slightly carnivorous spider.
Slightly?
Yes.
Slightly.
I do not mind her being carnivorous. I mind her enslaving people to eat
She
them.
did not enslave them.
We will never
They were
know.
rightfully
We'll never
taking
know.
food that she's going to eat them now for food.
Although I will say this, Todd has finally been indoctrinated. It is hit first, ask questions later.
I asked 2 questions. I informed the leader, and then I hit.
She did not say
Okay.
slavery. She said, I prefer
Fair
not."
warning is always necessary, like when we blew up the ship.
Anyway, so that all happened.
One of those references.
We're going to go to break. See you guys in a moment. Stay healthy, stay safe, and keep on rolling, everyone.
Bye.
Ooh, acid reflux does not help with speaking.
I cannot help but notice the world is not the same as when we all got started, and we know who's to blame. No turning back now to try to be insane. For what's beyond the veil, too vivid to explain. Faceless behemoths haunt my dreams, seeking to steal my sanity. I will not stand down, won't back away, as long as you're with me. Together we roll, together we roll. I'll fight for you, will you fight for me? Together we roll, I'll protect you, just as long as you stand with me. Together we roll. The gods look down on us, we're just a game to them. Eldritch monstrosities at their unholy whim. But we will stand up, we'll shout a battle cry. The future beckons us and we'll stand unified. There's something coming and it's coming fast. We won't be frightened by the dead hand of the past. We are the warriors with sword in hand, and here we make a stand. Together we roll, together we roll. I'll fight for you, will you fight for me? Together we roll, together we roll. I'll protect you, just as long as you stand with me. fight for